let's do an example of this. We will go to Plonker and do the exercise. So here we have already open Plonker. We will create an Angular 2 application. So let's create a new file, source user service.ts. Okay, let's import, as I mentioned before, the injectable from Angular 2 core. Let's create a fake model, a user. And let's create some method like getUser. Okay, this is just for this example. Obviously, we have fake data and we are setting the user to undefined. In a real example, as we will see in the final application, normally we talk with an API like delete current user, we go to the server and the server returns a user empty, so we know that the user has been deleted. But for practicing this concept, here we have our service. Yeah, so it's a normal class. We are exporting this class. It's missing from here the injectable. So even if we are not injecting any other service in the constructor of this class, Angular suggests that it's a good practice to use this decorator. So other developers, if they need to inject something, they don't have to think, oh, this service doesn't have the injectable, or they have it. So they just put in the constructor what do they want to inject. So now let's consume the service from the app component. As always, we have to import, okay, our user service. Okay. And this is a very important step, as this is a service and we are using a dependency injection. We should specify here in the providers that we are using the user service. And now in the constructor, we can say private user service, type user service. Okay. Yeah, well, let's do it a little bit more fancy. Yes, let's do this. Let's do it directly because we don't need this reference. And from here we can say get user and user.get name. Oh, no, it's not a getter setter. It's just a property. So yes, so here we are. We are using the getUser service. It's injected in the constructor. We are telling to this component that we need Angular to work or inject, see, the user service, and we are importing the user service here. So we can use the getUser. We could do something now like user service delete current user. And if we call again, yeah, let's do it again like this. And yeah, I know that I'm repeating the code. It's just for proving something. So we get the user. Yes. And yes, I have an error. Let's see what's the error. Let's debug this. Ah, yeah, delete current is not defined, so delete current user. Sorry about this misspell. Let me check. Delete current user. Yes. So going to paste here this. Then we have user service, get user list.last name. We still have an error. Yes, cannot read property of undefined. That's fine. So that means that we successfully delete the user calling this. So as you can see, services are meant to be injected inside other components, and they have a responsibility, a single responsibility in this case, to hold all the logic to work with users. And if we have another component, we could inject the user service and continue working in the same way. So if at some point the logic for handling the user change, we don't have to change all components. We only have to change the logic inside our service. So this is the idea of services. It's a very powerful concept, and see you in the next video.